Greg Remmenga joins us for some more free legal advice. Today we are discussing DUIs and the consequences, penalties, and things of that nature today.
Right. Yeah. Whether you have a DUI or a DWAI, you're going to be faced with some similar things, being you might get some jail time. There's going to be fines. The fines and jail time depend on the severity of the DUI or DWAI and the number of prior DWAIs or DUIs you've had. So just a DUI, if it's your first time, you could go to jail for 10 days to a year. You could have a fine up to $1,000, and you will have to undergo alcohol evaluation, which you have to pay for. You'll have to undergo alcohol treatment plan, going to a counselor about it, which you'll have to pay for. And then you're going to end up with your license suspended or revoked for a while based upon your blood alcohol level. So after that, things really start to become a little bit more dicey. If you have a second one, the fines and penalties go up. You're still going to have to do the alcohol class again and the alcohol evaluation. But all of these things start to lead into what's called a habitual traffic offender. If you have 3 major violations, DUIs, DWAIs, driving under suspension, driving under revocation, reckless driving, within 7 years, you could end up being labeled a habitual offender. If you're a habitual offender, you could end up having jail time as a felon, so go to the Canyon City Jail, not just a Mesa County Jail. You could end up with your license revoked for up to 5 years. And if you continue to drive after that, they can take away your driver's license forever, and you could end up with more serious felony charges. The reason I bring this up is a lot of times people start this cycle. You get a DUI, you get your license revoked for a year, then you end up driving under suspension, and then you get a second violation, and within that time period you end up with a third violation for driving under suspension or another alcohol related. You quickly have your 3 violations within that first year. You're going to end up as a habitual offender with serious consequences of jail time and loss of your license for up to 5 years.
So really, it's not just the DUIs, the repetitive DUIs you have to worry about. It's you just obey the law once you get your first DUI, otherwise you're going to pay big-time consequences.
Right, because it's kind of a domino. You get your DUI, so therefore you don't have a license, but you have to drive to get to work, so you get a driving under revocation, which starts this cycle. So be very careful. A simple DWAI, you could end up in jail for up to 6 months. You could end up with a court fine of up to $500. The alcohol class will cost you somewhere around $500. The alcohol evaluation may cost you $1,000. You're quickly looking at $2,000 to $3,000 of fines and costs and no license for a year.
So obviously not worth it by any means. So
not worth it.
No. All right, if you have any questions for Greg about that or any other topics, feel free to contact him with that info right there on the screen.